Tell us what it was like winning that Champions League.
Oh, yeah, it was special. It was, what dreams are made of. You watch the Champions League when you're young, seeing so many legendary players lifting that trophy. Obviously, for me personally, seeing so many Dutchmen lifting that trophy, and the whole build up towards it. Obviously, the first one that we lost was an experience on its own, because the week towards it, the media attention you get, the everything. It's a whole show and a whole experience. And but actually, when the final whistle went, it was emotional because obviously of the hard work that obviously I've been going through, but my wife and kids obviously as well. The sacrifice they made, and knowing that they're in the stands watching, and it was special. It was special. I will never forget it.
Do you think it made it more special, the fact that you'd lost against Real Madrid the year before?
Yeah, but I think in general, to actually hold that trophy, it's very heavy. Yeah. But
I wouldn't know.
But yeah. But no, it's a special one, and also to celebrate it with all our fans, and then have that parade the day after was incredible.
And does it compare with winning the league? Which mattered most? Because it had been a hell of a long time that Liverpool had gone without.
It was obviously 30 years for the actual Premier League. Obviously, we've won many trophies before that, but 30 years, yeah. So it was a strange one. Obviously, we've won the league almost already in April, if I'm correct. Obviously, COVID hit that time. It was a crazy time. But
what was it like playing games without people there?
Yeah, it was not great.
No.
Obviously, when we won the league, we had obviously to play, I think, if I'm correct, 6 more games. The only good thing was that we had a guard of honor of the teams we've played. So I think we played Man City, if I'm correct, Aston Villa, if I'm correct.
You were playing me.
No, but that was the only thing maybe. But, we wanted to celebrate it with the fans so much. And I think even that night we won it, we were all together, of course, but it wasn't feeling the same. No. But to actually hold the trophy was special. And let's see if we can feel that or do the same, but with fans in the near future.
What was that emotion like though? Because when I won a league, I went on a bender for a week. I'm not gonna it was just incredible. It was like a surreal feeling, wasn't it? Where you're really high, but also you're quite emotional at the same time.
Yeah. So you went on a bender and you were really high. Okay. It's all right, it's legal.
Maybe with someone else.
It's legal in Holland and Netherlands. So
not for players though. No, I think that feeling you got, I definitely experienced after the Champions League final. But I don't know about you, but nowadays with international football, it's almost like a week and a half after the last game of the season. And it will still be the same this year. But for example, going back to the Champions League final that we won, we had the parade. So we obviously had a big party after the game and then go straight on the parade. And then it's like, you're really tired. But it's like, you're going in both directions because you're so full of adrenaline that, you just go with the flow. And then the next day, you just completely shattered. But yeah, and after the Premier League, obviously we had a big party. But still, you wanted to get the fans there. You wanted to be out there with the fans. But that feeling to actually hold that trophy, that feeling will definitely remain the same. And like you said, I was emotional.
Would Jamie Carragher get into the current Liverpool squad?
Like the squad or like the 11? 11?
You're not having him in the 11, are you?
Not even in the full squad. The first 20. You'll be in the stands.
You mean that as well, don't you?
Yeah.
That's amazing. You don't have to.
What do you think, though?
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. I think Matip, Konate. See what he had a spirit, a fight.
Now wait a sec. So you have to really think about it now, okay? So you have 2 centre backs playing. Hopefully I'm playing, and then Joe Gomez now.
Yeah.
So you have Matip and Konate.
Yeah.
You're not going to put a third centre-back on.
No, but do you think he would get in front of them? Like, would you think he would get in the squad?
And I'm that serious about that.
Can you go on, evolve there, man?
No,
I can listen to this all day.
Do you think he was better than Konate and Matip?
Oh no, I don't. No, but I just want to know why you think he wasn't.
No, I don't want to. He played many games for Liverpool, and I think.
Thanks for your service, but you don't.
No, I would say the modern day game. I think Matip and Konate would be ahead of him.
Do you know one thing as well? I'll tell you one thing he couldn't play high up the pitch where you play. He'd have you back behind the cop. He'd have you in the car park.
Going back to like comparisons of players and stuff like that, what do you feel or think when, for instance, you get compared to me, I'll get compared to you? What's your feeling on something like that? Are you one of those competitive animals that's like, I'm better than him? Or are you just quite calm with it?
I don't think, with all due respect, I don't think you can compare players that play in this era with players who played in eras from 10 years or 20 years ago. I think you all have to respect what they did in their time, and that's how I see it. I respect what you did in your time. I respect what Cannavaro, Maldini did in their times, and I've only got respect because there's no point to compare because you have no idea. You didn't play in this era against the strikers I've played. I didn't play again in the era, the strikers and the way football has been played in that era, and you just have to, in my eyes, respect what has been done on the highest level and what you and I, in this case, have meant for centre backs out there today.
I would love to have seen you in our era. Do you know, I would love to have seen you playing against the guys that we played against, just because I think your profile will be able to deal with it.
I think so as well.
Do you know what I mean? See, I knew the competitive energy was there. I love it.
I think it would be fun, but you never know. Maybe I'll be bullied all the time. I don't think so, but you never know.
Yeah. And it's playing up front against two all the time. That's it, on 1v1 all the time. And there's differences now to them, but I always also think, in respect of this era, the demands on a centre back are huge. I was never asked to get the ball more than all the players on the pitch. You get the ball more than arguably anyone on the pitch a lot of the time you play. I never had those pressures. So it's very, very different pressures and demands.
That's why I think you should not compare different eras. You should just respect what you guys have been doing in your era. You had your difficulties, good things, and we have our difficulties and good things at the moment as well. And just respect what you see, and that's
my job
how I
to compare.
see it.
My job is to compare.
I know. You guys keep doing that. That's something we have no influence on, of course. But
do you guys listen to what we say, the pundits? I know because I remember when I played, pundits got on my nerves. I've got to be honest. Do we get on your nerves? Be honest, man. Because, and I won't take anything to heart, but pundits used to get on my nerves, man.
I think what stands out a little bit is that you say you always get on your nerves with pundits, and you became a pundit yourself. So I can't believe that, because
I tried to change it.
I don't think I would be a pundit, because I would just be a bit like Ian Wright. I think a bit more respectful, a bit more just showing more love. But I know you as a pundit sometimes you have to be a bit more controversial. You have to be hard on certain things, otherwise you get boring and stuff. But it's part of the business, and we all know that. But if you're younger, it's more difficult to deal with than when you're a little bit older. And the life that as a football player, it's always a bit like you're as good as your last game, and you either the best of the best, or you could be the worst of the worst. So it is what it is, and I'm fine with it, because you can't change it.
Do you try and help the younger players with understanding that? Because obviously your experience, and you've got to a place where you're really quite comfortable in your own skin, but younger players maybe sometimes, like for instance, if I criticise a player, and this is me personally, I try to criticise a situation or analyse a situation. If I have to be critical, then I will. But I always try to maintain that I don't go beyond that line of lacking respect or being personal. And I hope that kind of comes across, but sometimes people might take it differently.
Is it true that you almost signed Virgil van Dijk for £3 million?
Yes.
Oh, when, how?
Well, he was at Celtic. I was at Palace. I sent him up to watch him at Celtic, and he came back and said he'll do for us. I said to Steve Parish, who's there now, and I can't remember the lad, I think it was Andy, who was the stats man, right? So I said, I want to sign this £3 million Van Dijk at Celtic, and Parish, as all the other chairmen do, rely on the stats man. We don't think. I said, who's we? Andy and we don't think he's quick enough for the Premier League. So I said, look, you know, when you watch him, do you know why he doesn't look quick? Because he reads the game that well. He doesn't have to break sweat.
And this man that I said, arguably one of the best centre-halves in Premier League history. I just think he's a man mountain. No one could get near him. No one tried to stop the run of him. And he just towers above everyone. And he is the absolute leader of that pack. You listen to him speak, he talks about when I will demand.
Yeah.
I, the captain, Virgil van Dijk, not we, and Arne Slot, he demands from these players, and they all look up to him, they respect him, and he's got that authority in that football club and on the pitch that everyone just listens. And his performance, not just on Thursday night, we've seen for years since he's coming from Southampton, the best for me.
Oh yeah, he's a Rolls Royce of a player. Yeah. He's a Rolls Royce, obviously a Rio Ferdinand player, that presence, comfortable lead, you know, and just top defenders. Yeah, he carries a fear factor. You get, you know, Salah carries a fear factor to the fullbacks and the defenders with his goals. He's the other way round. Anybody who squares up against him can't wait to get rid of the ball. He has this fear factor of like, well, I can't get past you, I might as well just pass it. And I think he's earned that right. I think he's a special player. I think the way he acts on the pitch, everything, the way he sprays that ball around, that diagonal ball to Salah. Yeah, I couldn't talk highly enough of him. I mean, there ain't another level. People will always. This is the level. It's the Premier League.
People will always have the debate, and my argument in my defence is that he could play with anyone beside him. And normally, as a centre half or anywhere on the pitch, you make partnerships, you make relationships. And Rio Ferdinand and Vidic. Vidic was the brave one. He put his head where it hurts. Rio was the elegant one, could stride, bringing the ball out the back. John Terry and Carvalho. Virgil van Dijk has got everything. Sprint, head, tackle, can pass. Yeah. For me, he's
so where then do you put him? And I'll come to Tim on this as well. Where would you put him in terms of Premier League centre-halves down the years?
I put him at the top.
The very top.
I do, yeah. You can put Stam in there, and you talk about Gabriel and Saliba at the moment with the partnership. I put him at the top because he could do everything as an individual, whoever he plays alongside. And we talk about Kanate being so good. We talk about Kwanzaa coming in, young players. But I don't believe Liverpool would be where they are and have won Champions League in recent years, won the Premier League, if they didn't go and sign Virgil van Dijk from Southampton. Because when he's not there, no one on the pitch is the same. I played with Ledley King, who was unbelievable. And that reliability that you have in a team when they are beside you, when they're on the pitch, when they're dictating. And I watched Virgil on Thursday night, and he's shouting people, and they're all like, all right, Virgil's speaking, I listen. The best.